Please hold. You will be able to listen. You are now in the queue.
Wrongfully convicted as well as accused. And when these people hear your story, they're going on.
Unmuted.
Okay.
Call in.
Okay.
Muted. Wait a minute. Unmuted. Fremont, Brother Chairman.
Fremont's come right on. Heads up, eyes open the fist clench. Y'all know this is how we do this, y'all. Good. Heads up, eyes open, the fist clench. Y'all know this is how we do this. Get locked and loaded for another episode of Free 'em All Radio, y'all. October 11th, 2023. On the spirit of making history, taking history, y'all. Let's get ready to do it. Y'all can take a pause for the calls. Let them know what time it is, y'all. Again, we coming in. Forgive me for coming in late. You know what I'm saying? We say quality time, outweighs quantity time. It's Tina from Alabama. I see you tapped in with us. You know what I'm saying? The mother, Lakeith Smith, from down from Montgomery, Alabama. I had to leave from down there early. Joseph Hubbard ran Free 'em All. No doubt about it. My brother, Trustee Miguel Jones. Always good to see you in the building. That's what it is. Yes, it will. Hope you well that in, my brother. Yes, indeed. Maywood in the building. Montgomery, Alabama in the building, y'all. Chicago in the building. Corey Brown. I gotta check that video you just dropped again. Corey Brown. I seen it, but I didn't see it. I know it's fire. I know it's fire. So I'm gonna check it out. Y'all make sure y'all check that brother out. Some in this day and age, especially with everything, with hip hop, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Some positive dynamics. That's definitely needed to more than balance the scale. You know what I'm saying? Check his page out. I'm gonna get the specifics out before we bounce up out of here, y'all. My man, comedian Baldhead Phillips, my man, much respect to you, bro. Man, let me know next time you got something going on. I got so many war stories about you, man. I'm gonna tell that one about 63rd later on, you know what I'm saying? But this brother here, y'all, real talk. And hey, I gotta, you know what? Let me know your next. I need some comedy. I need to come. I just left the Dave Chappelle joint. Why you touch down with you though, man? Soon, man. Keep me posted, man. Baldhead, man. You know what I'm saying? When Chicago, it touches home real hard. We live. You can get in tune with us at 929-477-3785 and press 1 to get in. We got so much to talk about, you know what I'm saying? The flyer thing, like last minute. I got a vent gets on my chest too in a minute, y'all. It's been a rough 2-3 days, y'all. I mean, rough. You know, oh man, hey, how the young people say, Baldhead, say less. Mother Conference, she tuning in with us too. Baldhead, send his love. Yes, indeed. Our brother, I know she tuning in with us. Yup. Baldhead say, make sure I tell you, I see send his love. Come on, my man, Free 'em All, my brother. You gotta get on top of this phone now. Okay. Ooh. Since the team in the building, Free 'em All. Let me know if y'all can hear me loud and clear. There's so much happening. These are intense times. We're gonna look for some calls to come in. We're gonna talk about we don't have the flyer done. So much stuff we gotta try to get on top of. But October 15th, we're gonna be a couple of places, y'all. We're talking about the 57th anniversary of the Black Panther Party. Again, the 57th anniversary of the Black Panther Party. Our Baldhead moms will shout you right back out. She said, I love to you as well. Yes, indeed. I got Baldhead tapping in from Instagram, Mother Conrad, Mama Cool, and Jerry on Facebook. We are also live right here on Chairman Fred Jr., Chairman Fred Jr. on YouTube live. We on Intellectual Radio on YouTube. So we, you know what I'm saying? Hey, the word is getting out. You know what I'm saying? So those you can call. You guys can call 929-477-3785 and actually hear it. 57th anniversary of Black Panther Party, birth October 15th, 1966, by Minister of Defense UEP Newton and also the chairman Bobby Seale. An organization that was born in Oakland, California. Initially, the Black Panther Party for self-defense. Going to be an international organization. As y'all, anybody knows, it's a hell of a job fighting to defend that legacy. Remains under attack. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people say, Chairman, get you some rest, put your guards down. We can't afford to. Real talk. We can't afford to. So yes, we'll bring y'all up to speed on some latest developments on a lot of situations that we've been dealing with. You know what I'm saying? We're not running the ducking for no contradictions. In fact, we're gonna deal with them. You dig? We also talking about the case of Ronald Ronnie Man Johnson. This upcoming event coming up now. So it's Dorothy Holmes. I expect her to call in. She's gonna be bringing us up to speed what she got going on. You know how people can aid and assist with that. We also going to talk about the October 22nd event, Oakland, California. It'll be hold on, forgive me. Let me back up. I'm moving too fast. October 15th, we're gonna have something. We're gonna be right here. We're gonna be right here at on 63rd, right up Justine. Over there at the brothers center over there, at the Corey Center, and we're gonna be doing something. The Black Panther Party Club Youth Troops. I don't know what time it's gonna be. That's gonna be doing the anniversary of the Black Panther Party over there. Then we're gonna put something together in Maywood that evening. You know what I'm saying? So we'll keep y'all posted on that.
Yeah, because we definitely missed out on that last demonstration. What that was the couple weeks ago, we had it at the Aquatic Center at your dad's demonstration.
What the barbecue?
Yeah, that barbecue for the young Cubs.
Yeah, that's the Triple C's. The Triple C's, that's the weekly program we do. We did a Triple C, Children, Community, and Cubs. The 15th. This 15th is going to be the birthday of the Black Panther, 57-year birthday of the Black Panther Party. Triple C's is a weekend event that we do throughout the world, international event that we do throughout the world. And so y'all make sure y'all tune in, be on deck for that. That's October 15th. We check my Facebook page on Fred Hampton to bring up to speak, some exact detail. We're gonna be putting something together for Maywood also. I wish we got so much to do. We gotta keep doing this. We gotta be redundant. We can't get lazy or rest on our laurels. Because again, the legacy of the Black Panther, and more people you come in contact with either don't know what the Black Panther Party was, and or there's an intent to co-opt their legacy. I'll make sure also y'all get a little FYI too. Make sure y'all keep an update with this contradiction regarding to young Panther Cub Tupac Shakur, this latest developments. This is, everything's political. A lot of people want to dismiss things just, this, rap wars, whatever, some gang shootings, what have you. Pac was assassinated. Sam Cooke was assassinated. Peter Tosh was assassinated. And the list goes on and on. We're going to be talking about that. But we really want people to do some homework, tend their political muscle. So, you know what I'm saying? Because it kind of slows us down with just reactionary rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times even getting our gumption up or our political muscle to recognize, to even have the acknowledge that our people, that our organizations are targeted. A lot of times we can't even fathom. We can't even fathom that we worthy of being targeted. We worthy of being fixed, fixed to the infamous COINTELPRO. So then again, do some background history. We kind of laughing earlier today on Facebook. I had put a comment on Facebook, a comment up there, and I said something to reference that look for this next reality show to come out, Vlad, Truth or Dare with Vlad TV. And a few comments came in, and one brother, bless his heart, he was explaining to me, like, be careful, Vlad, lead the feds, so on and so forth. And Sister K Love had tapped in, and she said, Chairman, they don't know your background. I started laughing. I had told a brother, all due respect, on the comment, I said, I appreciate you. I wasn't, first of all, one of the things about this, one of the pros and cons of being on with the Panther politics is like garlic. It keeps the Hanks away. I don't even get approached with certain things. I can tell you countless situations where Vlad had told me, one brother, he was said to go do the Vlad show, and he told him, he said, man, yeah, get Chairman Fred. And my brother kept telling me, yeah, man, I'll get you on there. Vlad gonna come up there, he's gonna cover the Chairman Fred street party. And I started laughing. He said, what's so funny? I said, all due respect, they're not touching this here, man. And he said, no, they gonna come. And then so later on, I said, man, you got cats and go on there and say this and that. I said, look at the Breakfast Club. They not reaching for the chairman. And hey, we ain't lose no sleep about it, because again, the climate, like comes to like a lot of these colleges and universities, at a certain stage, the ante got upped for them to bring in certain speakers and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? But these cats at the center street, they don't want no smoke. They don't want no political heat. You know what I'm saying? And so it was kind of comical on Facebook quote. And let me get this off my chest real quick too. A situation. Let me give our condolences to his brother T. I just we was up to about 5, 6 this morning. We got word to his family in our community. The field marshal that knew this brother closely. His brother was doing like some music in the studios. Be real known in the music arena. You know what I'm saying? More on the ground, not the upper echelons, what have you. So got word his brother had passed. You know, transition, and so we went to go console his family, console Deputy Field Marshal, other brothers, and we was dealing with this situation. It was ironic. Another young sister came around, who just seen her father get murdered. I know y'all tuned in last week. We talked about this here. She seen her father get murdered, and so she came. She happened to be around to help, help people, grieve, deal with this contradiction. So I get in by 5, 6, drained. I get a phone call this morning. The phone was dead. So I put the phone, I get the phone call. I turn the phone on. And lady said, Fred, I said, this is Chairman Fred. How can I help you? And she was saying to me that she's something that, you supposed to come to my son's court date today. And I said, oh, yeah. I say, man, we've been dealing with this death. Just now, we just found his brother dead. And forgive me, I'm just sitting down. I mean, and the response was mind blowing. There's sensitivity, and some dynamics with this. And I'm saying this is respectful, politically respectful as I can. And a lot of times, this system, in fact, not a lot of times, in most cases, majority of cases, in all cases, directly and indirectly, the system turns you into a certain individual. And it can be passed down through DNA, you know what I'm saying? But the deal is the root. We come from a different culture of communalism, you know what I'm saying? Of connecting with our people. And even when we talk about being victorious with our freedom, we say at what cost? We don't want to become them. Because one of the pros and cons of us being who we are as a people. I say we as a people, we come from what we refer to as a matriarchal society. Sheikh Anta Diop talks about how we can live in harmony with nature. We can have, with men and women, so on and so forth, as opposed to Western or European society. It's a cold, it's a cold dynamic. You know what I'm saying? How it's able to make moves. You know what I'm saying? Like they can just those 80, 100 year sentences. You know what I'm saying to these brothers and sisters in the courtrooms and callously. You know what I'm saying, with callous. And Field Marshal George Jackson, the Black Panther Party, said capitalism is a cold policy. It not only affects the economy, but it affects the psyche of the people. Yeah. And you see it represented, reflected in certain, even the drug that the hustle on the streets, like, it's not just the money, the dynamics of that, it's a politics to that. I remember a case in Detroit, I think it was Detroit, a young lady was beat to death on the bridge. And they were showing the footage when she was beat to death. And on the footage, tell you how long ago it was running on that when the Geraldo TV show was going on. And her mother, the lady who was beat to death, her mother and her daughter, they was on the stage. And the guy who had the murder case, he was satellite in prison. And the lady who got beat to death, she said, to you, that's a dope fiend or a strawberry. That was my daughter and her mother. Mm. I watched the video. I said, damn, not only, and I look at the bigger picture. I didn't just watch the individual engaged with the physical actor. I watched how callous people became. Yeah. You feel like how they were, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I remember the block I grew up in Inglewood. This young cat, he was dealing with his sister in the neighborhood. He come on the block, and it was kind of shocking because he was out there in the streets at the time. And this is a neighborhood that you wouldn't expect to see him in. Mm. And so I talked to him. He said, "Oh man," man, it's a different block. I said, "Yeah, we put work into it. That's why it's a different block." He said, "I'm talking about setting up shop over here." I said, "No, saying nothing happening over here." And I said, "This ain't," and I'm not saying that from no position like somebody else is gonna be hustling. Mm. I said, "Take a walk with me for a minute." And I took him down the block. I said, "Don't you look?" I said, "Just look, step in the gangway. Look at them little sisters playing double dutch rope. Look at them guys pitching pennies. Look at their faces, their body language." I said, "Take a still frame image of that." I said, "Now let's walk for a minute." We walked around to the block he grew up. He lived that, and where the hustle was happening at. I said, watch them little girls respond when the car drive past. Look at the coldness in their faces. You know what I'm saying? And the deal is, all the financial benefits that came through the hustle thing, but the climate, the people impacted different. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole different dynamic. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times when you like, even when people when you attacked, a lot of times people say they can resort to, well, me and I, like, you know what I'm saying, I'll cut you in order to make it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not cut from that cloth, and I don't want to be cut from that cloth. I don't take, it's the thing we say, the people's pain reflects. I don't take for granted that I was able to come up in the streets of Chicago, or even before I even getting here. You know what I'm saying? The situation, I'm clear who the state directly that came in on assassination of Chairman Freddie Fisker, Lamar Clark. My mother's 8.5 months pregnant with me. Chicago police put a gun on her stomach. So to come out with my sanity, I don't take that for granted. You know what I'm saying? Right, I was locked up, but I was in jail before I got here. And jail is not to rehabilitate you. They strategically when they give birth, they have them handcuffed to them gurneys. That's a child is impacted by that. You follow what I'm saying? It's impact even with animals. They say that when you kill cows and cattle, it's a certain, you call it halal. Yes, halal. People say, is that halal meat? It's a certain procedure of respect they went through. They made them calm. They took care of them. When they kill them, because your blood, the way the cow, if you kill a cow under stress, the way the blood comes out, you follow what I'm saying? It's a different taste to the meat. It's a different cow. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. This hit hard this morning. This hit hard this morning. This hit hard this morning. I got you. This hit hard this morning.
Demonstrate your thought.
I'm gonna say I thought. This is reflective. This situation is a microcosm of so much. Let me be blunt with you. I know some people say that's too much information, but no, I ain't took a bath. I jumped up this morning. We got to deal with brother there who they found dead last night. So we was up doing this last night. Yes, sir. And another person, and you may say in their defense, well, they just dealing with a situation, you know. Right. And I say, but and like the people's, we said the people's pain reflects. Mm-hmm. And you know what I'm saying? I guess to give you a background, I failed 4th grade English because I never said me or I. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I thought, you know what I'm saying? I'm reflecting something. This contradiction this morning with the insensitivity that was brought to me about, you know, I said, I told my mother, I said, you know what? I said, do you know what I'm about to do? I said, I'm going to go down to the courthouse. See, I love to learn. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And my political style is like Muhammad Ali's fighting style.
From the cradle to the grave.
I take hits. Mm-hmm. It's a joke they make about in Chicago. Say, Chairman Fred through fucking with you, you really don't, you know fucked all the way up. Mm-hmm. Other cats might break away from you because of a grant, some money, so on and so forth. I'm exhaust all remedies. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And if you ask the average woman what she'll do, you ask her what she do for a child, you got to get 2 different answers. Right. The moves I do for the people, crazy as that sound. When the leadership of the street organization in Chicago told me one time years back, he said, man, you crazy, someone down for the people. I said, yeah. So niggas down for cars, drugs, and drugs. You said something wrong with me? Mm-hmm. The education, the process, and the service, and I have no regrets. You know what I'm saying? We had a situation we had at City Hall last week, you know what I'm saying? Some contradictions we had to deal with. Mm-hmm. And you know what I'm saying? And it's still emotional that we have to deal with this, you know what I'm saying, about the Panther Party legacy. It was some young people in particular that spoke about how I impacted them. They talked about how they got misinformation about the Black Panther Party, and when Chairman Fred came, when I came, the impact on them, and it blew me away. I didn't know you know, saying stuff I took for granted. They had knew how you impacted them. So when you do certain moves, I don't want to say I don't want like I'm crying the blues because one, ain't no music playing. Mm-hmm. 2, there are testimonies and war stories like that where you say, man, this is worth it. You know the people, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Man, and that thing is, and it cut me. I said, I said, man, I say to become that. Like I said, I'm like the man, the subjectivity, and also with another brother later, he was saying, well, some people don't know that. You can't pour a principle into people.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? You certain dynamics, and we have to come to grips. We have to have a lot of people a lot of people are incapable, crazy as that sound, of compassion. You feel with dogs, they have dogs, they have some dogs that's game dogs.
Yeah.
They, you know what I'm saying? They come from long lines of fighting. You know what I'm saying? It's in them.
Bloodline.
It's their bloodline. And human beings, you know what I'm saying? You have some cats who have never had no frame of reference of compassion, or you know what I'm saying? And so, and the deal is, and that's hardcore. And the deal is to acknowledge that. But the deal is to say, man, this here, there are some forces who are concerned for our people.
Yeah.
And I can deal with ignorance, but arrogance, ignorance is a whole different dynamic.
If I may,
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Because of the platform that you have right now and the way that God divinely prepared you for this demonstration, intellectual radio, that's where we at right now. You voicing this demonstration to raise the intellect and awareness of our people. You dig what I'm saying? To understand exactly what we dealing with. And we have this platform based by all praise be to Allah, God, for sure. Not to interject or bring spirituality into this, but to bring righteousness into this, righteous endeavors. And that's why we have the platform graciously appointed by you, coming through you as a chairman of the, I think, Public Enemy, old school security of the first world, sir.
Well, in addition,
he was talking about the young lady when he went to. Go ahead.
Let me add to that too. What's unique about this dynamic? You know, so we go into the case too. That in addition to information, we weigh theory and practice. And like I said, like the deal, so people, so I tell, like a lot of people just think, okay, we just doing like a radio show or two. We turn the community. We have to work with the people. You know what I'm saying? Engage in, and that's like that. And I tell people don't get to see that part. And then like even going down to county jail today. Sometimes, hey, my guess once. I mean, I go down there. They're rare. It's a drain when anybody will go through that. You know what I'm saying? The searching process, all that. And when they see me, I gotta go. Something that Friday night, Dave Chappelle was in town. When I get to United Center, I go through the SARS, they knew what they give me the whole runaround. So next, you know what I'm saying? I'm not crying the blues. This is some of the heat that come with this. You know what I'm saying? To county jail, the whole psychological drama that come with that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and then I'm gonna say I'm gonna close out with this situation early. I'm gonna give the other cases, other dynamics though. But I trip when people like some skin in the game. When people come with a cut, and I'm like, damn, I don't remember seeing you in none of the events before. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And it's and I got some of that politically, because the deal is a lot of times what it is like you talking about like people with the complexes, on makeup time. You know what I'm saying? Come through, you know what I'm saying? You're like, damn, because people who be around us, they appreciate and know the sacrifices. You know what I'm saying? There's some people who can be around you again. They don't put their blind. See, we say they put their blinders on. It's giving them, like I tell people, you gotta be careful. It's giving them credit like it's some decision that they've made, as opposed to when people see me, they say, "Here come Chairman Frey, y'all gonna blame the white man of the government." You damn right. The damage that happened to some people, they can't get it. But it's instilled. Some people, people aren't even conscious of it. They're not even conscious of it. They're not even conscious of it. They say. I made this bet with this guy in Stateville Prison. I say, man, you keep on calling every woman a B. I said, I guarantee you can't stop it. I said, bet your lunch straight. He was unconscious. Every woman he references was a B. You know what I'm saying? He was unconscious of it.
Hey, that's some psychological.
But in his defense, I don't know what ecosystem he come from. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, but the deal is, the reality is, there are some casualties in our community. You know what I'm saying? We have to come to grips with that. Yeah. There are some. See, people get it twisted when we say free them all. We say free them all. We say let the people sort them out. We know it's some. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
The Marines say kill them all. Let God sort them out. We don't have it. I don't relate to abstract nationalism. That we all do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I know there's some cutthroat. I know some, you know what I'm saying? And it goes deep in skin color.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With that being said, y'all, we're gonna come on in, we're gonna curve on in, y'all. We're gonna be down. There's a lot of stuff going on. We know a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, and we're gonna seize the time Let me know we get called. I know we talking about Ronald Running Man Johnson case. The Holmes be calling in. We talking about the case, and we talking what's happening internationally. We talking about the October 22nd, Oakland, California, the Black Panther Party anniversary. We talking about today. October 15th. That's the official Black Panther. We're gonna be doing. That's the date we're gonna be doing here, Chicago, do other places. But we're gonna be on 6:30 Justine. I think at 2:00. Later on that evening, we're gonna be in Maywood, Illinois. The flyers will be coming out soon. So forgive us for the late delay. We're moving fast. We gotta move organized. Also, people tell me what's happening in Middle East, Palestine, Israel. What's going down?
Yeah. So
I want to hide some contradictions.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to ask yourself some questions, like even what's when do like certain like the deal is when do certain discussions you recognize certain things are contradictions, so not to negate or devalue what's occurring, but also when do certain terms because let the record reflect. When the term genocide, that term became into play after after having Nazi Germany. You know what I'm saying? That's that term came in. Okay, do me a favor. Hit the door for me, brother. Somebody let the brother downstairs for me. The door downstairs. Okay. And just we gonna talk about what makes it, what's in us, what's not in us. To see certain contradictions from having other communities to even recognize, to use certain terms like war, genocide, so on and so forth. Why people can have these type of political discussions when it's happening within our communities. You know what I'm saying? So we want to seize the time up the ante. Why people can see certain contradictions now. You know what I'm saying? Contradictions such as the fact, like for example, people talking about there's a big discussion about Floyd Mayweather, who upfront about his disconnect with the Black community. You know what I'm saying? I remember I talked about even the fight, Pacquiao. I'm a brother, run on. Free my people. I have a seat right there, brother. Yeah. But now, like people saying, people acknowledging some contradiction that he engaged in. Sit right there, brother. He had some contradictions where he engaged in where he supposed to send these airplanes and all this food, this aid to Israel, and people are recognizing these contradictions with him now. But prior to this, what you know what I'm saying? He never aided the Black community. So we got to seize the time. Say, okay, so be it. But let's have these discussions. I want people to do their political. I want to do some homework too, because again, we had to tighten our skills up. It was a climate during the Black Power movement in the '60s when people would talk. There was common conversation about the Tet Offensive, what's going on in Vietnam, what's happening in North Korea, what's happening in Palestine. It was a common, throughout the communities everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Though that sort of, like even a lot of people have a reactionary response. Like some cats be saying, what happened, what's going on with the migrants? You know what I'm saying? They want a quick fix, you know what I'm saying, in regards to the response. There was no discussion or acknowledgement going on before about El Chapo and the cartel's presence, so on and so forth. But also, even prior to that, on an international level, what you know what I'm saying? What role did U.S. imperialism play? You know what I'm saying? The time, the quote unquote coincidental time of Hugo Chavez and other South American leadership. You know what I'm saying? Similar to like it's a book called Economic Hitman. I recommend y'all check out.
Yes,
how America can go through a country and set the stage where you can, you know what I'm saying? We cats be running up out of it. They chase the American dream.
Very good.
Lucille Ball show was a propaganda bomb. It was designed to have people climbing through holes to chase America. But who was in charge of running through wrecking havoc in their respective countries, you know what I'm saying, to get the raw resources or the trade routes, what have you. Mm-hmm. And when people start coming and saying, chasing the quote unquote American dream. Those type of discussions we look forward to having, y'all. So again, we're gonna up the ante, the political ante. On coming with next week, we're gonna go into more detail, but we open to touch on it for a minute here though. But in the meantime, between time, we got a few guests in the building. You know what I'm saying? This introduction, let you know who we got here. But I also had to get that off my chest earlier. And I tell people like to do some research, some background checks on your sense, on some respected work. A lot of times people, the problem making this shit look easy, I'm gonna think it's easy. You know what I'm saying? And most motherfuckers don't have no idea what the Black Panther Party, believe me. I'm telling you, they will put the situation with Tupac. I'm teasing some cats right now. I said, yeah, now you saying it's deeper than that because the ruling class said that now. Man, when you up that Pac come from the car for 2 members of the Black Panther Party. Man, like when me Abu Jamal told me, man, your FBI file started you at birth.
You better believe it.
This organization was targeted by the infamous COINTEL program. Ain't no cut off, you know what I'm saying, your generation. And a lot of people don't the dynamics of people, their connection to the people. That was a dynamic of that sacrifice for struggle. That was a whole different dynamic. With that being said, y'all, 929-477-3785.
Yes, sir.
Let's know who we have here. Welcome to Fremont Radio. For our listening audience, our viewing audience, introduce let the people know who you are.
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm Denise Spencer. I'm Michael Carter's mom. He's been in jail for 24 years for a murder he did not commit. So he was wrongfully convicted.
Okay.
And you want me to go to the host?
No, I can tag team with you. We can tag team with you real quick.
Okay.
You jump in, Run?
Oh, absolutely, because she has a story that is true and oftentimes not told, about this victim impactation situation, and particularly as it pertains to our sisters, queens, mothers, and sisters, whom are impacted on both sides of this coin. You dig what I'm saying? From the point of view of the victims that is killed, as well as the victims that are becoming known as being wrongfully convicted and tortured, coerced, and everything else along the lines of profiling and isms that we are all too familiar with. But I don't want to take up too much time away from the Queen Mother, because there is another Queen Mother with a similar plight and story as well, of missing out or otherwise losing her son to the kidnapping of the system that is. So with that out, and also without further ado, the Queen Mother herself, Miss Denise Spencer, telling the story of her son and how she viewed it.
Yeah. So in 1999, September 13th, 1999, my son was taken into 51st and Wentworth Police Station. He was in police. They took him down to the police station, and I told them that I was following behind them, and they told me don't come.
How old was he?
He was 19 years old. Matter of fact, he was in college at Arkansas Pine Bluff. Okay, so he was in college. He graduated from high school, Inglewood High School. Okay, so he was already in college. He was in mathematician. He was very smart. Okay, but he's in the hood.
Yeah.
So anyway, so the murder happened on 61st of May. With Friday Garden got killed. Okay, so they took him to police station. I can hear them beat you now. This 51st on 51st, you know how the desk is, right?
I mean, those that do know and have had interaction.
Absolutely.
With the police,
so this say like they just sitting at the desk. They just sitting at the desk now and talking to each other. Music going on. All you can hear something. Boom. I said I ain't do it. I can just hear him say, I didn't do it. Boom, you a lie, nigga. Boom, so I'm like, I go in there, I say, hey, that's my son. I know my son's voice. I said, that's my son. That's my son. And they say, who your son? The ladies say, who your son? I say, that he beating up. Where my son at? Where they beating him up at? So she gonna say, he just came. Oh, you gotta go upstairs. That's the homicide. That's upstairs. So I'm running up the stairs. Yeah. I got to the top of the stairs. I hear all of I heard something go boom, boom. So they must have kicked him off the chair. Yeah. They kicked the chair from up on him. And he said, get up, nigga. And then you could hear him say, then actually you heard a boom. And then next thing I'm like, I hear a slap. I can hear every hit, every kick.
Being right there by that door, hearing your love.
No, I'm talking about I got to the top of the stairs, and right here was that thin wall. If you go 51st, the desk. Before you can go through the desk, you got to go around. Then there's somebody sitting right there.
Okay.
So I'm listening to my son. So O'Brien is sitting at the desk. Detective O'Brien is sitting at the desk. So Boudreaux and Hollering, they inside the room. They the one that's beating them up.
Listen, audience and viewing audience, I need y'all to, if y'all can, some of these names, I need y'all to write. We're gonna go back and to see some of these names. So remember these names, Boudreaux, some of these names she mentioned.
Boudreaux, Hollering, O'Brien,
make note of these
and
names.
Valdez.
We're gonna go back and do some criminal back checks on,
yes.
on these individuals. So remember, take notes of some of these names that she's making mention of.
So then after that, so O'Brien come up and say, I say, that's my son, and then the man say, who you is? What's your name? What you here for? I said, that's my darn son you hitting on. And at that time, it was too late. They done hit him again. Boom! I said, see, that's my son. That's my son. Y'all ain't got no business beating on my son. Y'all ain't got no business beating on my son. Y'all thought he didn't do it. He said he didn't do it. Don't you hear him crying and saying he didn't do it? And then he said, who your son? I said, Michael Carter, the one that you got back there that y'all beating up.
Brother.
I said, y'all beating him up. And then so he turns around, he goes in there, and he goes, next thing you know, another hit. He hit the wall, and the wall shook. Yeah. Now, when the wall shook, I said, y'all just gonna keep sitting here and let them jump on my son, and I'm crying.
Yeah,
I'm crying now because now y'all just jumping on my son and ain't nobody moving. Everybody just working and signing papers like they just normally do. Yeah. Like this is the norm. Yeah. And then by that time he said, hey, I heard when he told him, hey man, parents outside. All of a sudden it got quiet. Yeah. It got quiet. So then O'Brien came up, Hollering came up and tells me, who your son? I said, Michael Carter. He said, y'all ain't got no business interrogating him without his mama. He said, how old is he? I said, he's 19. Oh, no, we don't need you. I said, no, but you in there beating on him. You in there beating on him, trying to make him say he did something he didn't do. Yeah. So then he gonna tell me, no, he don't need you. He passed 18. He's 19 years old. You need to leave. I said, I'm not leaving. I'm staying here with my son. He said, you don't get your A up out of here. We're going to put you in jail for obstruction of justice. And I stood there. He said, okay, then the other, Valdez came up and he said, lock her A up. I said, you can't lock me up. I'm sitting up here with my son. My son, you can't do that without a parent. Yeah. He told me, oh, he's 19. He could do it without a parent. He said, you got 5 seconds to get out of here. We're going to lock your way up. Yeah. And do you know, I'm not going to lie. I turned around. I stood there for a minute, but I was crying. I was like, I can't believe I got to walk up out this door and leave my son.
You was facing impossible.
And leave my son with y'all beating him up. And I got to walk out this door. Do you know what it took out me? When I got home, I'm going to tell you, 2 days later, I had a stroke.
Oh, my God.
Exactly. I had a stroke. Next thing you know, he still didn't get to the police station. 3 days, they called him 72 hours. He still didn't get to the police station.
He's still on 51st?
He's still, wherever they had him at, he still was there. Know. Right. He didn't get to the county until a week later. That's when he got to the county. And by that time, I was able to, talk to him when he was on what you call with the orange suit on. You can't what you call him? It was
not suicide.
Before you come in, they process you. You can't come. You can't
intake. Exactly. Yeah.
When the process, right. So I didn't get the chance to visit my son until like a month later. So by that time, I'm sick. I'm going back and forth to the doctor now because my blood pressure. I've been crying ever since my son got locked up.
Undoubtedly.
Okay. Not only did they do that, they had his cousins in jail too. So what they did is made them the girl cousins, Felicia, Latanya, and Michelle, had them locked up because they sold weed around the scene. Because at the scene where it happened is his cousin stayed on the second floor. Yeah. Okay, and it happened outside of their house. So they had them locked up for 3 days and told them they're finna take their kids from them if they don't say that his cousin killed the guy that did the murder.
Further abuse of authority.
Absolutely. Yeah. So they wouldn't let him, didn't feed him, wouldn't let him eat, use bathroom, with nothing. Made them, until you sign this, you can go home. Otherwise, we taking DCFS to take your kids. She'll tell you, I can bring up here, she'll tell you exactly everything I'm telling you.
And why are we still fighting right now today these civil rights issues that should have been determined long ago? And yet they still rearing their ugly head as a means of leveraging or otherwise oppressing in suppressing our people further with their laws and what have you of immoral indecency. Excuse me. I
No. I mean, go.
Was, I intentionally said I want y'all listeners and the viewers to take some of them names down. We spoke about before the history of Lieutenant John Burge.
John Burge, Boudreaux.
Boudreaux in particular was known for the crime solver.
We into the midnight shift and
Okay.
beyond right now, because this is still going on for sure. But these same perpetrators have been doing what they do.
Yeah, let's get. I don't get some background.
He's still in jail right now.
Your son.
My son is in jail right now.
Yeah.
We're trying to get appeal.
I want to bring people to speed some background on this. In London, they call that.
Until we still have the other Queen Mother on board as well.
Okay.
I'm unable to get her into the queue, but she is on
okay.
board.
She's gonna call in. Okay,
can possibly talk through the phone.
Okay, hold on. Let me give me 1 second.
Yes, sir.
I'm a cub, not an octopus. I can't do anything at one time. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, the people is many. The people are many for sure.
Area 2 violent crimes, and we talked about, we had Mark Clemens and other people
absolutely Mark, I know Mark.
The torture in London, they refer to as the House of Screams. Mm-hmm. John Burge was equipped with like an elite team. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Boudreaux was in particular, he was a crime solver with children in particular. And
there are write-ups in there about how they have maliciously prosecuted our mentally ill people and brothers in the community as well.
I want to correlate this because a lot of times we look at our situation subjectively. Like I was just saying earlier about this, like you talking about with Palestine and Israel. I want to bring it back to home. John Burge was trained in Fort Benning, Georgia.
Yes, sir.
He was trained in Fort Benning, Georgia. The infamous black box, where he he utilized these tactics where you take the black box, electroshock. They document men which was on their gentles on their private areas.
Yes.
And he was training for. He's a homegrown terrorist.
Yes.
We expect.
And these individuals that they had trained, you know, what I'm saying, and these individuals that you laying, they came out his tenure. I'm trying to win people. Trying to up the ante. To look at, you know, what I'm saying, like I'm not really a big advocate for this whole thing about like coming here surprised about like I want like one Malcolm X said America's democracy is an hypocrisy. A lot of people had an issue when the U.S. was referring to people in New Orleans as refugees. I said, no, let's let it come out. You know, what I'm saying? It sets us back about the facade of freedom. You know what I'm saying? When the height like terms like concentration camp. You know, as opposed to Cook County Jail. We say police terrorism is police brutality. It's embarrassing being oppressed, but we're going to use brutal terms and brutal realities. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, a lot of times, how people to assist us throughout the world on an international level, because we go along this facade, like you know what I'm saying. We have to be clear the role other police in our community. You know what I'm saying? It's occupying army. You know what I'm saying? If you was to tell that testimony that you told those who just listening can't see her. She has no pen here, no paper here, no notes with her.
No.
The details of the days, the individuals involved.
And
it's, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling you. I'm feeling you.
Right now to this day.
I'm feeling you. And that if that was someone from another country, you know what I'm saying, to lay out this testimony, automatically war crimes, you know what I'm saying? They can make the connection, you know what I'm saying? 2 days later, you have the stroke, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But with our community, a lot of times, is these euphemisms. So we want to up the energy, especially right now, when people are acknowledging atrocities across the world, to make make the correlation. That's what I want to do. We live in the record on Freedom on Radio. I'm at that. Hold on one second. So, comrade, I have to call it back on the queue. Okay, hold on 1 second. Hold on. So, comrade, we got any more callers in queue? We get callers in queue? Because they got to hear it also. Tell her to call here. Okay. I don't think they have to record it for the show too, though. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, sister.
Okay, yeah. I'm finna put the sister through right now. Mama McGee, Queen Mother McGee.
I want to make sure we get
Queen
his
Mother
name.
McGee, are you here?
And some other information.
Okay.
Man, the call done dropped, man.
Okay, well, we want to get back.
I'm trying to get
Okay,
it back.
give us your son's contact information, any relevant court information what's going on, and I need we have a campaign called One Prisoner, One Contact. I need this information put up there. I need so we the One Prisoner, One Contact is this is the moral support also for the security of those who are captive.
Mm-hmm.
We got an international listener audience listeners right now. Give us his name, his ID number. You know what I'm saying, and bring us to speed. Any upcoming court dates.
Yeah, he got a court. Okay, so now, matter of fact, Greenberg is his lawyer, right?
Okay.
Doing it for pro bono.
Okay.
Okay, and he got a court date to determine if they're gonna bring it back to trial or if evidentiary hearing. That's what he's having.
Okay.
Okay, so it's on the 18th of October.
Okay.
Okay, which is next Wednesday.
Okay.
And also his name is Michael Carter. His ID number is Robert, which is R.
Okay.
18028. It's Michael Carter 18028. You got to put that R from, and he's in Robertson, Illinois.
Viewers, I need somebody tag team with us. I need that posted up. His information and his name, ID number posted up on all our social media outlets. One more time, if you can.
His name is Michael Carter, and his ID number is R as in Robert 18028.
Now, I need somebody post it up for me with this upcoming court date. What's is okay? I know the lawyers they do their job. Is this something that we could, like people can do? Like
well, me myself is going there because the simple fact is, I've been meeting with Kim Fox ever since she got in office.
Okay.
Okay. I gave her all his information on what happened.
Yeah.
I even sat down and talked to her, did an interview with her, telling same thing I just told you.
Yeah.
I told Kim Fox.
Okay.
She sat there, she acted like she was in tears, felt for me, and we got no response from her. Okay. To this day, I just went to one of her wrongfully convicted meetings. Okay. I sat in there, heard her talk. Okay. Yeah. Yes, she did. Now, one thing I can't take from her, she let a few people go. Mm-hmm. But if you said you in it for all, you know what I'm saying? If you're in it for all, freedom all, how come you're not getting on your state's attorney that you hired to look at the case to see if he's going to try the case or if we're going to go to trial or you're going to drop it? He keeps doing this. Oh, I didn't read it. Who does that? This is his life. He did 24 years already for something he didn't do. But then you take this piece of paper that you got in here with all the new evidence, everything that is in here that's correct, and you don't want to read it. You want to take your time because you're thinking about it's just a case. So you tell, I ain't read it yet. Continue. And then the judge said, okay, continue to next month to the 30th. Oh, and then here we go another month. Continue. And you don't wait 24 years to come back for your case to be heard again. And this is what you do. I hold the state's attorney accountable too because you hired him, right? To go look back at the new evidence you discovered, that they discovered. Why aren't you reading it? Why aren't you going through it so that you can go ahead and take this case and go on? Because this man been locked up 24 years for something he can do.
Decades.
Look at the people that last week that I just sat there and watched them. 30 years, the young lady, 30 years she did for something she didn't do. The man, 24 years, that's something he didn't do. Now Kim Fox let them loose. Now they on the panel and they praising her and thanking her. But they played with your case for 24 and 30 years. It's not right.
What's this October 18th court date? Is it, or are they saying this is like a final? This is like a final date.
This is continue that he keep doing.
Okay, Queen Mother. Is this a final disposition or what is the expectation?
No, this is continue that he keep doing because he said he hadn't read the case.
Okay.
So this October 18th, when we go there today, and see if he gonna say, okay, we're gonna go to take it to trial or let him go free.
Is it Cook County?
Yes. 26 in California.
26 California. October 18th.
Yes.
What time?
At 9:30.
October 18th. 2600 South California. You know the courtroom?
208. I think it's room
208. We need one.
Judge Light.
I would just say at least 16 the judge's name.
We need warm
Judge
bodies.
Light.
We need warm bodies. We need warm bodies down now. Yeah. October 18th. 2600 South California. Courtroom again one more time.
208.
208.
Yeah, Judge Light.
Okay. And the basic, give me his name again.
Michael Carter. His number is R18028. That's Michael Carter. And he's going to Judge Light, is his judge, room 208 at 9:30.
It's been continuing for how long?
24 years.
24 years. That's your question. You have any children?
Yes, daughter don't want. If I get on the subject of his daughter told him this, and I was so angry with her. She told him that she don't want to talk to him. I don't have nothing to do with you. He got 4 grandbabies. She just had a 5th one. She don't want to talk to him. I don't want to talk to him while you in jail. And I'm not going to talk to you. You abandoned me and now you want to talk to me. I don't want to talk to you. People. I said, how he abandoned you? He got locked up for something he didn't do and you blaming your daddy for something you ain't do? I said, Kanisa, come on. You really ain't going to talk to him?
What type of tales from the hood are these?
Had a situation.
Y'all better think about it.
We got there on the phone. I'm sorry.
Let me just say something.
Intellectual radio.
I know we get y'all on hold too, but bring y'all in 1 minute, brothers.
Passionate radio.
The brother told me not too long ago. I was gonna say terms out political. He remembered we had our headquarters on 54th and Halston. We used to have these discos.
Yes,
and you would get in, so you come back with a proof that you want to go visit somebody in prison. A picture you get in free at the discos.
Yes, sir.
And his brother, he remember. He said, "I remember you said you was passionate, struggling with my mother. My mother was saying that my daddy went to jail. You said no, he didn't go to jail. He was taken to jail." And he said he recalled that. I stood on that. You know what I'm saying? And how we view prison. You know what I'm saying? Again, and it's exactly. I'm hearing your pain. You know what I'm saying? It not Winnie Mandela said it not only impacts the respective prisoner, how it attacks divides families, everything. You know. And it's strategic that and it's important that we. I know it's hard because as children we see our parents subjectively, like my daddy can do anything, my mom can do anything, but to be kidnapped, you know what I'm saying, and that hurts. I'm hearing you as a mother and a grandmother, and you know what I'm saying, and it's strategic. I tell you, we see the case when a lot of brothers and sisters get out. We go, oh yeah, but they were snatched during their reproductive periods. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
they been snatched with vital times, the impact, you know what I'm saying, the children, the grandchildren, and no, like logically, you saying he didn't leave, he was taken, you know what I'm saying, and this conversation, you know what I'm saying, again, it's bigger than just him, it's bigger than him and his daughter. It's our communities are impacted, and these war criminals, the Boudreaux, and etc. You know what I'm saying. They got blood on their hands, you know what I'm saying, from not just from generations, you know what I'm saying. And so I just want to make sure again, y'all, we need that warm bodies there, y'all. 26 California, we need y'all down in that courtroom for this brother's case, you know what I'm saying. And I'm hearing you loud and clear.
If we may, Chairman, I had the Queen Mother, Mrs. McGee on deck as well with an atrocity that was perpetrated against her. Okay. I know naturally we can't get everyone involved, but just to speak to and let it be known that this is happening more than just one time, more than just one place, and more than just one of our communities. Okay, so please allow me to introduce Queen Mother, Mrs. McGee. Mrs. McGee, Queen Mother.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Annie McGee. It's kind of hard for me to tell the story, but at the time that my son was falsely accused, I was a school teacher, and they ended up coming to my house because all the young people in the community was telling me that your son wasn't around. Your son didn't do that. The thing was 2 officers got shot, and they was in the alley around the drug dealers. And so when the young people, I was trying to teach them, do not sign a form unless it's filled out, because they kept telling me that the officers was giving them blank forms to fill out. Blank forms just says sign it after they torture them. And so one day I heard a knock on my door and flashlights all outside. And so they asked for me. And my husband, then he said, well, what do you want her for? Because he know I don't do nothing but teach and go to school and raise my family. And so they never did tell them. They bogarted their way in. They came upstairs. And my daughter, my little girl, she was a teenager at that time. She didn't trust the officers. And she started, why y'all locking my mom up? Why y'all locking my mom up? And so she ended up calling the 3rd District Police Station, which was closer to us. Now, it was this George Carl and Detective Murphy, which came. So I had to calm my daughter down. I said, just calm down. And I told them I had to use the washroom. Now, in the washroom that I was using was on the 2nd floor and it had glass bricks. So every time I got ready to go to the bathroom to use it, one of the detectives would push the door back open. Mm. So I walked to the door to close the door again so I can have the privacy. And then he pushed it back open. So the 3rd time he did it, you know, the other officer looked at him like, why are you doing this? And you see she can't climb out the window. So by that time, the 3rd District Police had came to the house. And they were getting ready to take me out. Now, I didn't trust them either because I just knew that they was going to either beat on me or interrogate me, anything to upset my son when he know his mom is a nerd. So the officer looked at him when he was going to put the handcuffs on and said, why are you going to put the handcuffs on her? And then he put his handcuffs back in his pocket. So the 3rd District escorted them. Well, the 3rd District took me in a police car, the paddy wagon, to 111th Street. And then they kept trying to interrogate me, and I kept saying the 23rd Psalm every time they hollered at me. And
God be your witness.
The last one that tried to interrogate me, he stepped outside the door and said, who ordered for McGee's arrest? And they said, Laura Sullivan. Now, later on, I found out that she was working on a position to be a judge, which she did make it because one year I saw her on the ballot. And you know, it's just like they was wondering why all these young people telling me about her running around at night with her boyfriend, which worked in the narcotics division, interrogating the neighborhood. And, you know, it was kind of believable. Well, I can't say it was unbelievable to me to that extent. I know they do dirty stuff, but I didn't know to what extent that they would go. Now, when they came to arrest me, they never did read me no Miranda rights. I didn't know why I was being arrested until I went to, when they took me down and locked up, they got tired of me giving them a 23rd Psalm when they took me down and locked up. And when the officers looked over at me, she said, may I help you? And I'm looking really confused because I'm standing in the middle of the floor not knowing what to do. I said, they just brought me down here. She asked me my name. She said, they got you with obstructing of justice. She said, they need to stop doing people like that. Mm. And then I'm saying to myself, how many people do they do if they don't know what to charge you with? I guess obstructing of justice is what they charge you with. And she interrogated me until, I think, about 2.5 years. Whenever she had a court day, she put it either on my birthday or my son's birthday. But
dig that.
And then he's been locked up for 29 years. He only got a chance to take a glimpse at his kids.
What's Queen Mother? Excuse me, Queen Mother, for interjecting, but what's your son's name?
Claude McGee.
And his
ID number is B as in boy 10590.
Say it again. Could you repeat that for us, please?
B as in boy 10590.
You know if you have any relevant court dates upcoming?
well,
No, he's working on his case because trying to deal with the appeal. They those guys have $1 million on cases and they really don't give a heck one way or the others.
Excuse me again, Queen Mother, if I may interject just to bring some clarity to it while we have it right now. The brother Claude McGee, he's my brother for sure and comrade. You know what I'm saying? As well as Queen Mother's son, Queen Mother Spencer's Denise son as well. But the brother Claude McGee, he has a flash drive proving his innocence and also proving for a fact that these corrupt cops, George Carl and other ones. See, this here case,
Detective Murphy.
Absolutely. This here case has far-reaching implications down to Mississippi and back. You know what I'm saying? And if you recall, in the mid 90s, mid to approximately late 90s, this case involved the shooting of 2 police officers who were just sitting around doing who knows what when they were shot around a dope spot doing who knows what in our community. I'm not going to allege them doing who knows what, but they were doing whatever they were doing when they were.
Interject for a minute.
Yes, go ahead, Queen Mother. My bad. This is your show.
Some of the young people was telling me that one reason that they got shot was because the drug dealers was up in the ante with the payoff that they was supposed to get the officers. And so they got in a gun battle about 5, I think they said 5 gun shells around, the police car, 5 different guns. So it wasn't no one person that shot the officers, and they was in the car. They was sitting in the car.
We want to even before any next court dates, whatever. We want to do as much community support we can with his case. So and also
he's trying to get a court date or them to dismiss his case because they had documents that they had hidden that he ended up getting them to bring about. They said they couldn't find them. And like when it came down to the gun or the weapon, Laurel Sullivan was saying, oh, well, we couldn't bring the weapon because it was broken up in a lot of pieces.
Well, listen, Queen Mother, we going to hopefully get back on this page for sure, but we definitely want to let them know the situation.
What prison, as we said, what concentration camp? Where's he at?
He's in, he done moved all over. He's in,
he got moved all over.
Yeah.
We got to be consistent with our language.
Yeah.
He done got moved all over. You know what I'm saying? Your son was taken to jail. You know what I'm saying? We got to be really consistent with our language and our terms. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times people think there's some decisions we made. We ain't doing no vacation. Taking to jail. He getting moved around. Exactly. That's right. Yeah. So
it just felt to me like, when you think back to slavery, that you had no choice.
That's right.
With your son, they
that's right.
Taking your kids.
That's right.
Modern day slavery.
That's right. So that's right. Find out.
And that's what I always call
that's what it is.
Willie Lynch syndrome.
Give us his ID number again. This venue is open for you. And I'll connect you to some other venues also. Do you have anybody getting social? Make sure in social media contact. The people can there's a social media content people can look at to keep updated also, like Facebook.
And see, it's kind of hard us to tell our stories because, it's like we reliving it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
therefore, yes,
Trauma.
we do
Trauma for
cry
sure.
over that episode.
We gonna people to reshare this, y'all. So you know what I'm saying? We want to help. We want to help. I know we want to help put it out there, repost it, utilize this social media to get it out. So I need y'all to help. Make sure type his name, Michael Carter, his ID number up there, and we
want community awareness.
If you can this week, where is he at? So we can keep updated on his status.
He's in Robertson, Illinois.
Community
Michael-
awareness. and
Michael
support.
Carter.
Michael Robinson.
He's
Okay.
in Robertson, Illinois.
Okay.
His ID number is Michael Carter R as in Robert 18028.
And we got the brother Claude McGee as well.
Yep.
2 brothers amongst several,
Let's
possibly
stay on
hundreds
that.
of thousands, if not more.
Repost that. And again, this venue is open. Whenever y'all want to come in, keep us posted. You get different venue. Make sure you my direct contact. Keep us abreast.
Okay.
Right on.
Excuse me, Chairman. Just get that number for Claude again. The Queen Mother was trying to say
Okay.
it. Go ahead, say it, Queen Mother.
B as in boy 10590.
Lock
Okay.
that in,
Claude
y'all.
McGee.
Claude McGee. Y'all repost that.
Centralia,
got-
Illinois.
Clantralia. I remember that place. there.
Clantralia.
Yeah.
Clantralia.
We live. Man.
Rough.
Man, we get all.
I heard stories about
Oh
Centralia.
man, is it too bad?
But I will say,
Man.
I thank God that he has been blessed.
Man.
He was in Lawrence, and they transferred him from Lawrence to Robinson. So he just got at Robinson just this year.
Man.
He been there a year now at Robinson. I'm hoping now, I'm praying that the good Lord will release him and he'll be coming out. He won't be transferred nowhere else.
Real transfer.
God willing for sure.
Yes.
October
I'm praying
18th.
that.
Godspeed.
I'm praying
Godspeed.
that. I'm
October
praying
18th. We need more bodies out there.
Yeah, I'm praying.
Freedom, right on. We live the record Freedom on Radio, Spirit of Making History, Taking History, Taking History, y'all. Y'all bear with us a couple. What is we got?
Yes. I want to say peace and love to all you queens and sisters out there that's along this fight and struggle. It's real. And man, brothers is trying to step up to the plate. At least I am, and I know my brother Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. is for sure. So man, we on this fight and we got good brothers and men up next.
Sister Comrade, any calls in queue? Let me get right there for a minute, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry. We have Sister Tina.
From Montgomery, Alabama. You put on mute. Come on back. Come on back to in a minute. Yeah. Okay, bring it back in a few minutes. Okay, brother, we moving and grooving, y'all. We on Free My Radio. Put that on mute for me. We live on Free My Radio, brother. I know we on the wind down. Bring us to speed. Introduce y'all who we got here. What's on the plate? What's that? What we talking about?
Greetings and peace, free them all. I am Dr. Cesare Moore.
I'm Brian Israel.
Welcome.
Here to speak. As it's ironic, I come in on this particular night, speaking about people in prison and so forth. I did 31 years in prison. I was 18 years old at the time, and I was released just 2 months ago.
Oh my.
I want to speak about justice in 3 different ways, right? We have 2 ways that basically strip us of power and put us in a position where we have to ask for. The first form of justice is justice of outcome.
Hands up when they come in like this. That's we on about 12-minute countdown too. So
I'm wrapping up. I'm gonna say this quick. The first one is justice of outcome. When we talk about wrongful convictions, this is where we're asking the court system to provide a proper outcome. Right? We're left at the mercy of the judge and the system. The second one is justice and fairness, which is a matter of the sentences that we receive. When you take a person who's 18 years old, like myself, when you take my co-defendants, and I got to say their names, Amado Jackson, B11393, Henry Lovett, B54226, and Timothy Mobley, B58412. I was 18 years old Henry Lovett was 17. Model Jackson was 18. Henry Lovett and Timothy Mobley was 20. When you give these guys natural life, hundreds of years, and you try to say that the system is fair, there's no way to reconcile those realities. But the third form of justice, of which I'm here to speak of today, is a type of justice that is called the justice of process. And we don't have to necessarily ask for justice of process. We have the right to demand justice of process. We have a constitution, we have documents. The state of Illinois itself was founded upon a constitution. It was incorporated into the United States of America. And with that constitution, there comes different offices that we as the voting public have the power to vote people into and out of.
Mhm.
But the reality of these offices is that they come with duties. And those who hold these offices don't have the right to abrogate their duties and pass them off to unconstitutional officers. And in this situation, I'm speaking about the office of Attorney General. The Attorney General's responsibility is to represent the people of the state,
Yeah, and they don't.
not the Cook County State's Attorney,
Mhm.
not a special prosecutor.
Listen here.
It is the office of the Attorney General. It has constitutional power and it has common law power. It goes all the way back to England. And in Cook County, particularly, it goes throughout the state, but particularly in Cook County. When I was prosecuted, my indictment said people of the state of Illinois versus Cesare Moore. And everybody, your son, and everybody else, our charges say people of the state of Illinois versus us. Well, when the Attorney General, whose job it is to represent the state, not the Cook County State's Attorney, when he abrogates his responsibility, his or her, whoever is holding the office, when they abrogate their responsibility, then justice of process is violated. And the remedy for violation of the justice of process is to abrogate and give away what's called jurisdiction. If the courts have no jurisdiction, the system has no jurisdiction, then the judgments rendered pursuant to these prosecutions in which the person who was voted into the office with their responsibility, those convictions are essentially void. They have no right. They have no power because the Constitution says who that power belongs to. And we have common law. Common law means a court-defined law. We have plenty of wide body, a large body of court records, court rulings, which define clearly exactly what those responsibilities are. And it clearly states that they do not have the power to give them away to a locally elected official, a Cook County State's Attorney, for example, who has no what's called sovereign state power to begin with. And I say this here because we're pressed for time. It would probably take, at least maybe quite a few episodes, quite a few broadcasts, I should say, to fully lay this out. But I want to invite the listening audience, as a person who's lamented in the Illinois Department of Corrections, like I said, for 31 years. I would like to invite the listening audience to come down an educational path and an empowerment path and recognize that we're speaking about here a different kind of justice, the type of justice that you don't have to ask for, but something that comes with the empowerment of the fact that you are a citizen of the state of Illinois, regardless of how it may feel, regardless of how much you may exercise it. This is the reality of who and what you are. And with that comes birthright power. And you have the right to stand up for it. You have the right to demand it. And there are remedies. And over the next few broadcasts, next few weeks, et cetera, I invite you to take this journey with me and my brother.
What key points can people move, like to check out, do some background, research or information and get some remedies? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, how can this, you want to jump in too, brother? Or one of y'all? Like,
one remedy in particular is called a declaratory judgment. A declaratory judgment is based upon rulings that already exist that address a situation that already grants you power and a means of recourse. Mm-hmm. A declaratory judgment is not something that you have to go into a new court and ask a judge to determine. It's something that has already been determined. And what you're essentially doing is going in via the power of tort to say that, hey, I have, as an interested and concerned citizen, have been offended by your action. I've suffered because of your action. This is one methodology by which the people, I, yourself, you, have the power to say, hey, wait a minute. What made this individual, this particular county officer, have the audacity to think that you, in and of your own authority, have the authority and jurisdiction to prosecute us and engage in this state process to begin with?
And I any websites or anything. We don't ask the people to this because I'm not to be here next week or be in Africa. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And ain't no telling. For those this just tuning in with us too, y'all, forgive us for the saying that we didn't get to spend the time. Like I say, man, one of the bad things about moving on Pivot, I live on a suitcase. Y'all done see me do the radio show from the airport, different places. Wherever do the calls we at. So I just want to get some gut point, some gut issues, good points that people can follow up on. Get some remedies. Yeah.
Ask the Attorney General Kwame Raoul,
Okay.
Who represent the
who
people?
represents the people.
Yeah.
in the
Okay.
state of Illinois. Ask Kwame Raoul's office.
He ain't gonna answer.
Who
Who
exactly?
answer?
He ain't gonna answer.
Who actually represents the people of the state of Illinois?
He ain't gonna answer.
And if somebody else says that they do, are they telling the truth?
And this is and once you say once you ask she said she asked and you haven't got no response yet.
Not once.
Have you got a response in relation to that question?
No. I
Have
haven't
you
ever-
asked- have
Nobody
you asked-
answered phone. I have
have
called
you
him
asked
about
the-
my son, period, about the jail.
So you can't get to him directly. You can call the phone. You can't get to him.
You're inquiring about the first two types of justice that I mentioned.
Mhm.
The correctness
Yeah.
of the outcome.
Because they tell you
Fairness.
got to follow the chain of command.
Let me step in. Let me step in for a minute because I know we're pressed for time. What we're saying is that the whole process that your son went through,
Mhm.
and I know him,
Michael Carter. Okay.
that the process is unconstitutional. What we're saying is that the state's attorney
Mhm.
is via an institution. She's holding an institution or the tenets of an institution. She has no power to represent the people of the state of Illinois. She goes in front of a court to ask permission to let a person go. The Attorney General could go to court himself because he represents the people in all capacity, criminal and civil, in and out of the courts. You and I, right? You go to him, and you go to him with the threat of going to court for asking for a declaratory judgment. Declaratory judgment simply means that who represent the people? And they declare, is it the state's attorney or the attorney general? With that documentation from the courts, then you go with the people and you waive and it said they, meaning the attorney general, they and that office represent the people solely, not the state's attorney. The state's attorney don't work up under them, don't work over them. They have absolutely no power. So what we're talking about essentially is that you're going through motions, you're going through a system, right,
Mhm.
that is flawed, a system that is unconstitutional.
Mhm.
Everything that happened to Mike is unconstitutional.
Mhm.
Now, a lawyer is not going to tell you this. A lawyer is going to side with the state's attorney because that takes away his livelihood.
Mhm.
So he's not going to agree with everything we're saying. But everything I'm telling you is documented. Don't believe us. Just go and check it out. Go to the attorney general and say, who represent the people of the state, criminally and civilly, under the common laws. And the common laws are incorporated in the laws of state of Illinois. And that's it, that's all. But you would need, and we're in the process of doing it now, a declaratory judgment to determine once and for all who represents the people. But everything I tell you has already been documented. It's in the Constitution. When the drafters enacted the 1970 Constitution, it's all there. What we're saying is it's been there since at least 1969.
It needed to be read.
But because we are, oblivious to certain things and we don't want to, and we believe in the system and the system's going to work for us, that's just the opposite. It's just the opposite. So we need a lot of people, mothers, particularly mothers, to march with us. Because you're asking the wrong entity. Kim Foxx do not have the powers that you think she has. She doesn't. You ask her.
She said that.
She has
On the panel.
she has statutory law, and that doesn't trump constitutional law. The constitutional law in which give the Attorney General the power. The common law, which is from England, is what gives the Attorney General power to represent, even when you're in court. Not only do he represent the victim, he represents the defendant. So when you have a state's attorney who's bent on revenge or whatever else is in their mind, right? They don't worry about, they don't think about, they don't concern themselves with, only thing they're concerned about is a check on the board. A mope is what they call us. We got another mope. We got another conviction.
I mean, just want to say, so basically, you're saying that this mother and other mothers, and the people in general, they should, in regards to their cases, they should approach the Attorney General in addition to who they represent. How can she? I mean, I tell you, I think people. Okay, what do you about putting pressure about her son's case?
A declaratory judgment. You can't not do it without a declaratory judgment, which is what we just,
again, in layman's terms, what's that?
A declaratory judgment is a declaration, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you have, it's a public declaration,
mm-hmm.
but it's like what we call a corrento.
Mm-hmm.
It's that you took a power that doesn't belong to you.
And once that's exposed, what do you suggest?
Once that's exposed, then you go to the court. Then you go to Kwame Raoul, because he have carte blanche, so to speak, to release that person. He could go to court without a judge's permission.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir.
Without the judge's, he can go to the court. He could petition the court by motion to drop the charges right now,
based upon his determination.
Kim Foxx has to ask the judge, and the judge have to decide, per se. Now, they usually 90% of the time do what she asks, but in reality, she doesn't have the power to do that.
You said, does this include some? Okay, so she's okay. People pressure, right?
People is the only pressure. They're not going to bend to a politician. They're not going to bend to a judge. Judges don't know what I'm telling you. State's attorneys don't know what I'm telling you. They have no idea, because they're going with what the system says, what the institution have encompassed for years.
So should she get people to call in to the Attorney General's all about her son's case?
You can do that. You can do that, and then you rely upon, and I'll give you, I didn't bring my stuff because I came from work, all the information that you need, but it's readily available to you. It's in the books.
That's the old adage of, if you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in the book.
And that's true. That's true.
All power to the people, bro.
That's true. But
we don't. Wait.
I'll say this lastly.
I'm gonna give you my number.
I'll say this lastly. When you fighting, and I know he got Greenberg. When you're fighting, they're gonna uphold the system. You have to. People got to get together. The only power that we have is the people, particularly Black people, because that's the most that's locked up. You have to get together with the other mothers, the sisters, the brothers, the woman power, and you got to get our brothers up out of there.
Birth of nation.
Yes.
But I have no problem doing that. But let me tell you this. Since my son been in jail, I have been marching with other people's children, other men, and Frank is number one of them. When we did Gerald Reed's case, I was there marching with them. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
I know what you mean.
Did all of that. I marched but my son got pushed in the back. And so that's what made me walk away from that.
But what you did, you were arguing about a system, right?
Right.
That's upholding a system that's right.
Clemens.
You're marching for. I hate to say this.
Let me close out. Okay, go ahead.
For the wrong thing. In that capacity.
Okay.
Because Another episode of Freedom On Radio, loud and direct, y'all. We got a cub on up out of here, y'all. Same time, same station, 929-477-37. Forgive me, I'm doing this mishwag. What? No, it's true stick. Free them all, y'all. Again, if y'all get those contact, one prison, one contact, what's it called? Free them all. Right on.
All power to the people.
Free them all.
Free them all. Free them
Come on.
all. Free them all.
That's the only way. That's the only way.